Well, I'll tell you what, Sal. I think the main thing here is there's a bad mix as part of the article, bad mix there in the clubhouse. He's not a part of that bad mix. But the feeling is they're going to change over the roster a decent amount, and there's not a lot of flexibility that their general manager, A.J. Preller, has. Soto is one of those players that has that flexibility because of the free agency. I think that there's a couple things. They would certainly like to change the mix. I don't think Soto's in the plans necessarily because I think they're still trying to sign him. And secondly, I think they would rather trade one of their other more expensive players, in particular Manny Machado, who's been going through a bunch of injuries and has 10 years left on his contract. So, I think there's still some uncertainty on this. If Soto was available, there'd be plenty of teams that are out there available, but he's going to have that 1 year left. So they're not going to get nearly as much as what they gave up. And so he's really in a bad spot, A.J. Preller is, because the opportunity to trade him was really this year, the deadline, with a year and a half left. So, right now it's still evolving, but I did check in on this, and it seemed like at the moment, Soto is, likely going to stay, and they will pursue trying to move somebody else.
Which team do you think would go harder for him, the Mets or the Yankees?
Well, I think Jim made a really key point there that they waited too long. They should have sold him at the deadline because with only a year left of team control, it's going to be hard to get what a Juan Soto should garner in a trade and show your fan base, look what we got for Soto. So because of that, I think it's not so likely that either New York team would be super hot on this. But if I were to pick one, I would certainly pick the Yankees because the Yankees have been all over Soto ever since he became available from the Washington Nationals a few years ago. That summer, that was the All-Star break of 2022 that Soto first became available in a trade, and the Yankees were very, very interested then. The Mets checked in. They didn't really think that the Nationals were going to help him out there, so that didn't really go anywhere. And then this trade deadline, the Yankees, even though they were flirting with the idea of selling at this deadline, Soto would have been a difference maker there had he been available. And the Yankees were scouting Soto every day before that deadline, staying on him, hoping that he would become available. But that was a year and a half of control. I don't see Brian Cashman trading an Oswald Peraza 5 or 6 years for a young player for 1 year of even a Juan Soto. That's just not how he operates. If Soto were to become available, it's a great conversation changer for the Yankees after a down year. So I would imagine they would at least think about it. But again, trading young players with years and years of control for a free agent to be, that's not the Yankee way generally.
And especially because it depends on the prospect or the type of player you're talking about, because the Padres are trying to win now. So they're not really interested in, say, top prospects who can't help them at this moment. With that said, when it comes to the Yankees, right now they're 26th in on-base percentage. So you have someone like Soto enter the picture. I mean, a lot of teams would want and they would take Soto, but when it comes specific to the Yankees, right there, I mean, have someone like him on base for Judge, Stanton. Now, the Mets don't make sense to me at all because everything they just did at the trade deadline, you'd be going backwards if you get a guy like Soto because you'd have to give up basically what you just got, and the Mets are trying to build their farm system, so they're trying to, build sustainable success. Look at the Dodgers, Braves, Orioles. So if you now give up the prospects or whatever they're looking for, now you need to basically just do what you just did. You need to hang on to what you have, and next year is not their window.